Hello and welcome back to the Slime Basher channel. My name's Nick, and today we are drawing more Fakemon. So what we're doing is we're taking a pack of Pokemon cards and we're seeing the Pokemon inside and using that to determine what Pokemon we're going to transform into Fakemon. Then we're going to spin a wheel that I have that is going to tell us how exactly we're transforming that Pokemon to make it the Fakemon to begin with. So last time when we did this, we had a pack of Twilight Masquerade that we opened up and started. So today we're just going to continue the pack. So it looks like for our first card today, we get a Luxio. And it looks like we're going to be making it an evolution. Okay, so here's where the challenge really began for me. Trying to figure out a way to not just make Luxray again. But my first thought for inspiration was because Luxio has that massive Widow's Peak, and I'm really going for something electricity based. I thought maybe I could look into, either a mix of like this, as you see, the reference Sonic or Vegeta. Then I realized I could make this character. I could probably give it some sort of like a Super Saiyan state that it could be in. So thus I gave it a bit longer hair. I was thinking more Super Saiyan 3 style hair, but I also realized I should make it a little bit more lion-like and gave it that mane style instead of just the long slick back hair. So I wanted everything to be as like spiky and big for their tufts of hair on this one, just to give it that Super Saiyan flair. I also didn't want to go too deep into like the dark type idea because everyone thinks Luxray is a dark type for some reason. So I wanted to steer away from that. So I think I made a decent choice of going with that Super Saiyan or like Supersonic style transformation for this version of it. So instead, I've got myself an all consumed by light type of electric Pokemon who's just really there, ready to battle. I think. Gave it 3 rings to represent Super Saiyan 3 as a reference. But yeah, so that's the drawing. And here we have the finished product, Luxuma. Lux meaning light, and Suma meaning, in this case, the essence, so like the essence of light. That's why it's got the Super Saiyan state to it. It is an electric fighting, to keep in line with that Saiyan referencing. It is the Illuminate Pokemon. Because it glows and lights up. Luxuma generates excess electricity, causing it to seek out battle to wear itself down. The glowing energy illuminates everything around it, attracting plenty of hostile targets to try their hand at combat. A Luxuma that gathers too much electricity will start to lash out with sparks of lightning at anything that comes within 20 feet of it. Its reaction time is heightened and it struggles to find opponents that can match it hit for hit. Every day is a new attempt to find a battle that can satiate its desire for battle. I gave it the abilities Rivalry, Intimidate, and the hidden ability Anger Point. And I made sure it was a speedy attacker. I think I might have flopped differently from Luxray's stats to give it some differentiation when it comes to the evolution. And its shiny is based off of Super Saiyan God. That's where you get the color scheme for that. And then, let's see here. We got ourselves a new card pull. We have a Luxuma EX. It's 250 HP electric Pokemon. It's got the ability Battle Boost. This Pokemon deals 20 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Usually something you might see on a fire type, but not for Luxuma. Luxuma is going to be the one here who's getting those boosts every time the battle gets hard. It's got a 1 energy attack called Generator for 100 damage, and it attach an energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, which helps it set up its final flash. 3 energy, 160 damage move. That this attack does 30 more damage for each of your bench Pokemon with an electric energy attached to them. Ooh, a hard hitter. And then let's see what else we have in this pack of cards that we got that we can move on to. Okay, so it looks like the next Pokemon we're getting is a Swanna. What are we going to do with it? Well, it seems as though the wheel has spoken and we are getting another evolution today. Obviously, Ducklet and Swanna are based on the story of the ugly duckling turning into the beautiful swan, and to fix that, or not to fix that, but to embrace that, they also decided to make Swanna a ballerina, and that was kind of the thing I latched onto here that I wanted to try and go based off of, was the next step in this ballerina look. So I decided, because it's most obviously based off of the Swan Princess, I decided maybe another evolution could be the Black Swan. So initially, what I wanted to do was in places where Swanna was more sleek, I wanted to make it a little bit more frazzled, and places where they're more frazzled, make them more sleek. So, like in the chest feathers, I wanted those to be frayed a little bit more than they are on Swanna, and I kind of wanted to reverse that, where the buns, where they're a little bit more split and frayed on Swanna, I wanted to be a little bit more sleek and tighter. My idea here was that by making it the Black Swan, we could lean into the idea that Swanna might be being replaced in some way, and they're kind of into that paranoia. So I wanted to give them, if you see they have eye markings now that look kind of like it would be a tear, and I made the back end a little bit more ballerina tuft. Like, I really like that idea of a swan. It's like backside looking like a ballerina's tutu. I gave it then markings also to be a little bit more design wise, a little bit more clear that it's more of a ballerina looking, not like actual clothing, but just markings on the thing's body. And that gives us Replace Swan, the name coming from the term replacement and swan. It is a dark water Pokemon, also referred to as the Black Swan Pokemon. Replace Swan are considered bad luck in contest spaces. A Replace Swan that has regret for evolving will cause it to get jealous of your other Pokemon and will lose contests on purpose. However, a Replace Swan that is able to accept itself will instead flourish in these spaces. The black feathers on this Pokemon are prized accessories as they are both beautiful and sophisticated. The abilities I gave it were Keen Eye and Big Pecs, with Hydration being the hidden ability, just to keep in line with the rest of the evolution. And I made this one a attacker and a special attacker, a speedy attacker, basically. Both attack and special attack. I don't know why I went in and tried to be a little bit more complicated than that. It's just a speedy attacker, once again. With a base stat of 560. And then, if we pull up here, we have, what's this? Replace Swan EX, a 260 HP Dark-type Pokemon card. It has the ability Leg Up. When you attach an energy to this Pokemon, your opponent discards a card from their hand. Then it has 2 attacks, Jump Kick, a 2 energy attack for 130, and Dark Pirouette, a 230 damage attack, and you discard 2 energy from this Pokemon when you use it. A really nice setup from this, possibly, my idea is that you get some boomerang energies, and that just reattaches to the Dark Pirouette, causing your opponent to keep discarding from their hand. And that just about does it for this video. I hope you enjoyed what you got out of this with the Luxuma and Replace Swan. I hope you like the cards that we made and see if they are something that you'd enjoy, or if you have notes on the cards or something like that. Let me know. Tell me what you would use them for. If you could, I'd love if you would subscribe to the channel. Maybe you get more of these videos going. Let me know if you even want more of these videos. Otherwise, you can always find me on social media. You won't find me anywhere as Slimebasher except for maybe Twitch, where I do a lot of drawing streams. But you can find me on Blue Sky or other places at Bumblescum. That's BUMBLESKUM. I'll probably put my stuff in the description this time. But yeah, again, if you'd like to see more, just let me know. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.